So this is the Leica PRS, the 5 to 30 by 56 PRS, precision rifle scope. What are they? This is my old Schmidt Bender PM2. It's heavy, it's bulletproof, you can knock a nail in it. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can knock a nail in with it. They're robust, they make lovely clicking noise, look. Oh, I love those. You grab hold of them because we are going to be using them a lot in the field. So they're functional, they're robust, they're rugged. Weight is not a problem with these things. So that's what we are doing. They're not properly hunting scopes, even though I'll probably demonstrate to you they are hunting scopes, but they're for the long range multi-positional shooter. Well, we don't quite. 100 MOA elevation. 38 mil radians. It's a lot of elevation. So we got our elevation target, we got the windage, once again, real nice clicky things. But what was quite unique with this one is you can adjust zero without any tools. So we just wind, you see a little tab on the top here? You flip it up and we wind it. If you want to change the zero stop on it, so the zero stop is actually stops you going back below zero, so you can wind it right back to zero and crack on again. So if you want to adjust that, you need a small tool. But where's the tool? Aha! They've actually put it in the windage turret. So we wind our cap off there, and we've got a dear little Allen key here, and that basically will adjust the zero stop. Quite natty actually, but it's quite nice. So you've got 3 adjustable screws here, and that locks the zero stop, and that pops back in there, and we add our caps back. And I really like these because you can grab hold of these kind of flip up levers. The tube itself is a 34mm tube. A lot of precision rifle scopes now are at least 34 upwards. So it gives you a lot of adjustment for long range shooting. 3 reticles available. We've got the 4A here, which is more of a hunting reticle, and they have 2 other ballistic reticle and a PRB reticle. And they've got lots of subtensions, hashes, marks. So therefore you can hold over for windage or elevation. So they're very, very highly tactical. The PRS scope comes in a first focal plane. The reticle itself is in the first focal plane. Most European scopes have a second focal plane for their reticle, which means if you wind the power in and out, the reticle itself does not get any thicker. Perfect for hunting. The first focal plane is that as I wind the magnification up, the reticle gets thicker. And the reason why we have that is because most of the tactical scopes will have these subtensions, these hash marks, and I can actually wind it into 30 power, and the distances on those hashes remain the same. I can judge it all the time, all the way out to 30 power. If you do that for the second focal plane, you've got to know actually on certain zoom setting that actually stays the same. So they're purely tactical. First focal plane allows you to use and judge those holdovers. Very important for tactical shooting. After some research, I found that in America, the Outdoor Life magazine and program, they voted the PRS the best precision rifle scope in 2020. They just thought the whole thing was really, really well put together and very, very functional. It's got a nice long sunshade on it, which screws on. And also, it's got a little knob here. Once again, if you're doing competition work, you want to have a quick change of zoom. So this knob here allows you to grab hold of that, and it locks it in if you tighten it up. So that's the PRS side of things. So it crosses over quite nicely. So we're going to be shooting anything out from 150 meters out to 480 meters today. When I wind that scope back, does it go back to where it was? Is it graduated properly? Does it actually work properly? So I'm going to be winding it, taking it through its paces to make sure this scope actually is a precision rifle scope. I've got my range down at 500 yards. Up 2 clicks. That's about 1.5 mil. Okay, so in my head, I'm an inches man, but I've got about 30 odd inches of drop over 500 yards. Then I've got a dial back, and I'll probably maybe have a go
at 70
my
yards.
pig down there at 70 odd yards. That's a dead bore. I'll swing around, and we've got the 260, the 360 over there. And I may have a go at the fox down here. So what does this tell me? It's a bit more than a PRS. It's a hunter, it's a varminter, it's a foxing scope, and obviously it's a PRS scope. So I'll be intrigued to know what the market thinks of it, but this is the first one in the country, and all I can say is, yep, it works.